enormous velocity.
Higher.
And Kim.
Knowledge far in advance of our own.
That's a smart thing.
Contact is established. We now transmit you direct.
Item 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is terrific.
Well, this is Item 9 Podcast. This is Kim.
And Hyra.
This week is my episode.
Sure is.
But before we get into that, we always talk for a little bit before we even start, and sometimes I have to cut them out, and sometimes we don't even record.
Yes, please don't
But-
show them what we talk about in the beginning.
Hyra just mentioned her jam of the week, and so I cut her off so that she could mention it for the podcast. So what's your jam of the week right now?
My jam of the week has been Trafficula by Clownvis. I've really been feeling it, really been jamming to that real hard. It's kind of ridiculous, but hey, I'm a ridiculous person. What can I say?
Yeah, okay. Fun fact. Hyra is one of those people who has a fear of clowns.
It's so bad.
She does not like clowns. I learned this
Oh my
really
God.
early on in our friendship in middle school. I remember there was I think he was the head of school security or
Fuck
whatever.
that guy.
And he was one of those ones where he was always around kicking it with
Yeah, he was
everybody.
cool.
So everybody knew him.
He was
yeah.
cool. He told
But
us
one
what he was gonna be.
Halloween,
Yeah.
I don't remember him telling us. I just remember one Halloween. I remember because we had a cafeteria in our middle school, and so I think we used to just chill in there sometimes in the morning. And I remember I was sitting across from you, and we were talking, and you just froze. Just froze. And I'm like, what the heck? And I turned around, and I literally see him dressed like a clown, because I don't have that fear of clowns. I didn't watch it as a child.
I'm running.
So I never seen anything to traumatize me against clowns as
Thanks,
a kid.
Dad.
Because especially me, growing up, my aunt used to have a Halloween party every year, and they would have Tommy the Clown, and they do, hip hop dancing.
Hell no.
So I have the opposite idea of a clown from my perspective.
Your
so I
clown
turn
over
around.
here twerking, my clown over here murdering people, taking us down
Yes.
sewers. Hell no.
Yeah, man. No, the crazy part is Tommy the Clown still performs.
No way.
When my sister lived in the Springdales, as I triangulate where we live.
Shout out to Tommy the Clown. Who I would never see.
One day when I came, because I stayed with her for a year.
Mm-hmm.
One day when I came home, because theirs is it's the projects, but theirs is more rough, I guess, because there's only one way in, one way out, and there's only one way to drive around. And so I was getting dropped off, and so my ride, we got stuck behind Tommy the Clown, because they had I think 3 vans of people, 3 trucks of people. Because what it is he comes out, he does music, he dances and stuff, and he blows a whistle, another person comes out dressed up in their clown outfit, and they dance and stuff for the kids, you know? And I'm like, dang, he's still out there. I still remember when I was a little kid, my aunt used to have him for these parties every year. But yeah, anyway, back to the original story. I literally turn around, and the school security guard guy, first of all, you couldn't see his face because he had a clown mask on and an orange prison jumpsuit.
Oh, God.
I seen him because it's Halloween, and I didn't think nothing of it, just turned back around. Because that's how oblivious I was at the time to people's fear of clowns.
Shit, it's real.
Especially now we know, because we had that whole, what year was that? A couple years ago, we had that whole clown
the
issue
clown
with the
shit.
clown sightings.
Oh, hell
Because there was
no.
even some here where we live.
Thank God I didn't even
So-
see him. Shit.
Because there was one where my old job was before I transferred to this one. There was one over there. I didn't see it, but I saw video of it on Instagram, and I was like, oh, I know exactly what street that is. So I don't know. Clowns are a thing. I don't know. Maybe we should do a shared episode on phobias. We should both pick some random phobias and research them and then just share.
You know what? I'd be down to do that. Some of these photos
you know
be
what?
wild.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the only one that I have is of the dark.
Really? See, I'm
I
not
always
even
have,
scared of the dark.
A light source. Yeah, I always have a light source. So my I have a lamp on my desk, but the lamp has a clock on it, and it's pretty bright, so I always have a light on in here.
Oh, I can't. If I'm somewhere, it needs to be pitch dark. Like, it needs to be pitch black. Like, I don't want
For
to
you
even
to
see
go
my
to sleep?
hand in front of me. Like,
Oh no,
nothing. That's like the kind of dark I like. But man, the other one, spiders. I don't fuck with them bitches. They have large families. They can hold grudges. I'm not about that. Hell no.
Yeah, I know several people who are afraid of spiders.
Yeah. I think I'm just the most basic bitch out here, scared of spiders, scared of clowns, like shit. Where? Oh man.
How do we get here? Oh, because we were talking about your jam of the week. So, okay,
Oh,
the
yeah.
video, she had me look up this song like weeks ago, Trafficula.
It's
And
so
I'm watching the
good.
video, and she's refusing to look at it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it.
Because the singer is dressed up like a clown vampire.
Elvis.
A clown Elvis vampire.
Yes.
And they're in a car and they're stuck in traffic, and she's refusing to look at it. So
I
if you're
will
afraid of
listen to it.
clowns,
You will like the song.
I would suggest looking up the song, but just looking up the audio.
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch the video if you're afraid of clowns.
Please don't listen to me. When I heard it, I think I was listening to Stryker and Klein, and they have put it up, and I was like, man, this shit is like lit. Like, let's go. And then they start explaining who he is, and I'm all like, y'all had me at Elvis, but y'all lost me at clown. Like, like I was all like, oh hell no. So Carlos, sometimes he be sending me like pictures of the clownvis, and it's just like like I will listen to it,
wow.
but I don't want to see any pictures of this man. Like, I still have flashbacks of middle school, fucking childhood, fucking not scary. No, Universal Studios, like.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, y'all.
No,
y'all,
don't tell them the story.
First,
No.
I love Universal Studios. That's my favorite theme park.
gonna tell
I
them,
have
aren't
pass.
you?
I have season pass.
Mm.
Years ago, back in the day, the first time we went to Halloween Horror Nights,
No.
they have what they have. They have,
Let me take
you know,
a
their
drink.
mazes.
Oh.
They have their mazes and they're spread out. But then they also have scare zones. So you have to walk through areas that are just like scary set up. And so that year,
Oh,
of course,
God.
the 1 year, cause I feel like we've only went 1 year together.
Yeah.
I think, cause I've gone like a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, we've gone a few times
Um,
too.
That year, they just happened to have like killer clowns scare zone. And so we're trying to get through it, and Hyra's face is pretty much in her boyfriend's armpit almost. Like,
I was so
which-
scared.
fun fact, if you're trying to survive at one of these like horror themed theme parks during the season, don't look scared, because when you look scared, they
come for
pick you out.
Yeah, they sure
pick you
saw me.
out.
And they were up high, like they were like 10 feet up. Like, they saw
Oh,
me, and I'm short as shit. So they had some fucking falcon eyes, like, phew.
Yeah, because I remember there was one on stilts and it bent down and said something to you.
That
and I'm
bitch,
like,
yes. I just remember. I was like, ah! Like, I was like, oh my god. Oh, I'm so hot right now. It's so scary.
Yeah, because me,
Oh.
even if I'm like a little bit uncomfortable, I just like, I just hold my face together. I'm like, I can't look scared. Like, I can't jump.
I just
Because,
became
yeah, I'm
one
not
with
trying to
him.
get
I could
targeted.
not.
I've only been to Not Scary Farm 1 year. And I remember there was a girl who was, which I don't understand why she was scared. Not Scary Farm is like the weakest one that I've been to.
Yeah.
She was like running, and Not Scary Farm is very loud. If you're someone who gets scared by noises, they got you there. Like, they're
yeah.
going around with noisemakers. They got things on their like knees and feet and stuff. They're sliding around. They're sparks. They're making a lot of noise. And this girl like ran, and then a whole group of the monsters or whatever like circled her.
That sucks.
Yeah,
That's
I was like,
fucking
oh wow. No, and then
entrapment.
I was like, where are
Wow.
her friends? Like, I almost went over there to get her out the circle because I was
Yeah.
like, that's rude.
That's fucked up. But yeah, like,
Yeah.
I usually try, well, you know, okay. The fun thing about these places is that you want to get scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah.
for me, like, I'll get scared. It's fun. But there are the times, unless it's a clown, where if it's real scary, I'm just like, let's get the fuck out of here. And it's just like, you gotta have stone cold face and just walk through. Like, nah, bitch, move.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's because you're so scared, you don't want them to know. So, but it's just the clowns that get me. Like, I can't. Like,
Yeah.
I just can't.
You know, it'd be a
Like, I just
good
can't.
one if they did Mars Attacks for Universal Studios. That one would be a good one.
Yeah,
They should do it. Like, it should start all regular, like, small town, and all of a sudden just... they should have a scene where it's the one where, like, the government is trying to meet with them, and then you see the dove fly over, and then it just gets dark.
You just need to see the... No, I fucking love Mars Attacks. Like, when I get frustrated, I make the sound. Like, yeah. Like, oh my god. It's so good. I love that movie. But
yeah, well, because at Universal Studios, it doesn't have to be a new movie for them to make a maze. Because a couple years ago, they did The Shining, and it was so good. The reason why I love going to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios is because they put so much work. I mean, not saying that the other ones don't, but like, okay, so for The Shining one, they got to the point at the end where you're at the maze. It's freezing cold, and there's snow all over the place, girl. No, and then they had a Krampus one. That one, we walked into a room in the maze, and there was a scene where like the gingerbreads are like attacking the people, and so you're like in the kitchen with the oven and stuff. First of all, it's warm, like someone's baking, and it smelled like cookies. Girl, it's the little touches that they put, and then their masks are really good. Like the masks of the people who are dressed up like Jack Torrance, like it looked like Jack Nicholson's face. Wow. Like they made some good. They have pretty decent masks. Well, it's not prosthetics. Like you could tell it's a whole mask.
Oh, okay.
But even with the hair and everything, I think. But it's just a really good mask.
Man, no, but that's the thing. Like, it's Universal Studios. You know what I mean?
You expect the bar to be up.
Exactly. Yeah. And you don't expect that from like Knott's and shit like that. So like, of course, like it better be fucking good if I'm gonna be paying like what, like $200 to go in for one night. So
it's a little less than that.
Like what? Like $160?
Yeah, I think it's like $150, $160.
Yeah. So it's like.
But I also have a pass, so I only buy the night ticket. That's the thing that's whack. Like there's a day and a night ticket.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I could never imagine just going straight in at nighttime. I don't understand that at all. Yeah. But when we go, it's usually either like my friends will get the full day so it's day and night pass, or I don't know, some of them will just show up like for the night, but then you gotta find us because I like to go all the way to the back of the back lots and start there and work my way up. Yeah.
Well, you know, if you go to Universal Studios on Halloween Horror Nights, you might catch us there.
Yeah, one of these days, different days.
Yeah, it's always a good time.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of fun.
What's your jam of the week now that we went on this long ramble?
So, I want to tell you, so my jam of the week, this whole week, I've been listening to Bruno Mars' 24K Magic album. It's so good. Like, there's not that many songs on there. Well, it's 9, so that's a decent amount of songs, actually. But they're so good. Like, there's songs on there that I don't think I had heard until I, like, went out of my way to listen to the album. Because there's several songs that I liked that I knew were on that album. Like, Versace on the Floor, and That's What I Like.
Hey.
Yeah. So I was like, let me listen to the rest of this album. And it's so good. Like, I've been jamming.
That's good. I think there's only one. Well, I don't know. I feel like DeLolo brought it up a while ago, or she was listening to it. But Young Wild Girls came on. I forgot all about Bruno Mars. Like, forgot all about him. And then that song came on, and then first thing I did was download it. And I'd be in the car like, hey.
Yeah, because back in the day, I really, really liked his Doo-Wops and Hooligans album.
Oh,
that used to be my jam. Then Unorthodox Jukebox is really good too. He got some good albums.
Yeah, sounds like deliciousness for your soul.
Yeah, I don't know. I utilize these essentials playlists on Apple Music. Sometimes I'm someone who I'm not above being like, I only like this person's hits.
Yeah, same.
I don't care about the rest of their music. Like, but then there's some people who I do care about the rest of their music. Like, if you know me, you know that I love me some Frank Ocean. Like,
yes,
All of his
all day,
music.
every day. Can someone just get
All
this
of his
girl a
music.
ticket?
Man.
But I don't know. I don't have Apple. I use Spotify. I used to have Apple, but you know.
Yeah, I think
I
they're
love
similar.
it.
I think the only thing that's different is that Spotify will other people curate those lists. Yeah, and I think Apple, I think they go statistically on which ones get the most play, like which ones are
Got it.
the hits, because they change. And like when they have a new song, the new song automatically drops into those lists. So you can save, like, say if you want to save like Ariana Grande's list, her essentials list or whatever. She has a new song, the new song will drop in there. Like Lady Gaga had her new song came out that everybody's been jamming to, Rain on Me. That automatically dropped into the list.
Rain on Me. Huh.
Girl, I know you've heard it. There's
I
so
know
many
I've heard
memes
it.
already.
I know I've heard it. It just reminds me of another song. I think it's also called Rain on Me.
Well, we were talking about water-based music a few weeks ago because we were talking about splurging on the bathroom if we ever get rich.
Oh yeah, man, our bathrooms are gonna be so expensive. It's
Let me just add that one to the list.
yeah.
Rain on Me. But no, and then it's like everybody and their mom have been doing Ariana Grande's makeup look with it's like a white, like, it's not eyeliner because it's around her eyes. And every beauty whatever has been posting their version of that look.
Yeah, that's the song I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about Love Reign Over Me by The Who. Man, girl, that song, it should be hitting. I'll be in, like, if it comes on, like, I just go into full, like, concert mode, and then I'd be crying at the end of it. Like, it's so good. It's so good.
There's a lot of songs that just be hitting.
Just be hitting the soul, like, ooh. Like, leave me alone. You got anything to drink there, girl?
Oh, well, I finished it during the course of me waiting for you. I had another...
Listen,
I made another smoothie, like tropical fruit smoothie. So it had like pineapples, peaches, strawberries.
Peaches and
I think there's mango in it, but I can't taste it. And then I've used, because I normally always use orange juice, like as the base or whatever. But I bought pineapple juice.
I love me some pineapple juice.
Some Langers,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, Langers.
And I use that. And so it's already gone.
Yeah, no, you guys don't even know. Before we even start this, Kim has to call me to wake me up. It's like, you up? And I'll be like, I'm getting up.
Yeah, she was like literally asleep when I called today. Literally sleep.
Like, I had like the whole pile of drool on the side with the red marks. Like, you see my pillow indent. It was a good ass nap, you guys. It was so good.
All right, so
Hyra, what do you got there to drink? Oh, thank you.
that's
Kim,
what I was
for
gonna ask
asking.
you. I was literally about to ask you. That's why I said so. But all right, Hyra, what do you got to drink? Even though I'd seen it.
Oh yeah, you seen it get delivered, didn't you?
Yeah, I seen it get delivered.
Well,
I seen you pull somebody's jawbone off. I seen it.
You used to be ruthless.
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 No, girl, I looked up British Knights. I'm gonna get some. I don't know what I'm gonna wear
man.
those with.
Just all the time.
And there's
doesn't
some
matter.
there's some chunky sneakers, but I'm gonna get some British Knights. Hopefully they got black and white.
Hopefully. Hey, listen, I will rock any color they have as long as they some British Knights. Like, let's go.
I had fish tacos today for lunch.
No way, I did not have any fish tacos. What did I
Fish
have?
tacos. I'm always down for fish tacos,
Fish tacos
or
are
shrimp
so
tacos.
good. But today I have an adult Capri Sun. I got a Mountain Cooler Capri Sun with some blue curacao, some grenadine, and some vodka. It's looking very, very blue.
It's blue.
Yeah.
I have oil slick straws too, reusable metal straws too. I gotta wash this
Hey,
one.
that's cool.
I have 2 packs of metal straws, so I have plain just like silver metal ones, and then I have the oil slick ones, and both of them came with straight and bent straws.
I like me some bent ones. Like, I like to know that it's meeting me halfway, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's not half. Maybe it's like a fourth of the way.
Well, me a fourth of the way. Hey,
I have both, but that just happened to be the one that I threw in my backpack. I gotta clean my room because this Starbucks cup I got 2 days ago and it's still sitting in here. I gotta throw that away.
Oh, nice.
That's what my straw is in there for. I got Starbucks, and then I was like, oh, I already got a straw.
I already got a straw.
I don't know why. I feel like low-key Anthony be embarrassed when I do that.
Do what?
When I be like, oh, I already have a straw, and I pull a straw from my backpack. Like,
He just be covering his face like, wow.
he be looking at me like I'm extra, but I'm like, okay, I care about the sea turtles, and you don't. It is what it is. Like, I don't want to tell you. We live in a beach city.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I just like the straws. I care about the turtles. Like, that's nice. But sometimes they don't be giving you straws. Like, sometimes, like, you'll go somewhere and you'll order something and they'll forget to give you a straw. And now I'm like, how am I going to drink this?
well, no,
There's
that's
so
the
much
thing.
ice.
Like, where we live, they're, like, phasing them out.
Yeah.
So a lot of food places, they won't just give you a straw. You have to ask for one. I think they passed a law where, like, at restaurants, you have to ask for a straw, so they won't give you one.
Yeah, but this is before then.
And then now I think they're starting to phase out I think plastic like takeaway containers.
I think that's on hold for a little bit though, because of the Rona.
Yeah, for now. And then I know that they were starting to also phase out like plastic like cutlery and stuff.
Yeah.
But the issue is okay, so like at Universal Studio, like in City Walk, a lot of those places use paper straws.
Hate those.
And I'm a slow drinker. My straw will be soggy. So if I'm going to Universal Studios, I have to bring a straw because I'm not gonna make it. It's gonna be the straw gonna disintegrate in my drink. I can't do it.
That's
because it's not just
yeah. That's happened to me. I was drinking a Coke and then like you said, slow drinker, not drinking it, so I just put it to the side and like, man, now I'm a little thirsty. Probably like 20-25 minutes later, go over, reach over, and I'm like,
what is the straw paper?
And I like lick my finger and I'm like, what is this cardboard? Like, I had to just abandon ship. Like, damn.
Yeah, because it's like not only is all of the inside of Universal Studios, they use the paper straws. So it's like when I go get my butter beer, they're gonna give me a paper straw. Because the best one is the slushy one. Just letting y'all know, fun facts. You go to Universal Studios, you hit the Harry Potter area, you get you some butter beer, get you the slushy one. I recently, this past winter that passed, finally got to taste the warm one, and that one's pretty good too.
I don't know.
So they have 3 kinds, but the warm one you can't get year round. I think you can only get that one in winter.
I don't know. Something about drinking warm butter makes me a little.
Well, it's a butterscotch drink. Butterbeer is
way.
butterscotch drink.
Well, I know, but people just be saying butter. I'm like,
butterbeer. Well, because that's what it's called, butterbeer. So you can get 3 different types. You can get the just regular cold butterbeer. You get the slushy one, and then you get the warm one in the winter. And so I've finally, recently got the warm one in the winter, which is cool because it's in that like hot chocolate category.
I'd rather have some hot chocolate.
Both. I'm encouraging my mom to look up butterbeer recipes so that she can make like a butterbeer cake or something.
Ooh.
And I told her, I was like, yeah, it's from Harry Potter. You should look it up, like Harry Potter recipes. And I was like, it's butterscotch flavor. And she was like, oh, wow. Like that caught her attention. So she might, I'm going to keep reminding her so she could play around with that. And so she makes some, whenever we do go visit her, hopefully she'll have some butterbeer flavored cake ready for us.
Yeah, hopefully this stuff is ending soonish. Well, not like soon because it don't look like it, but sooner than later would be nice.
Yeah, something's gonna happen.
Yeah,
definitely something's gonna happen before summer. Tell you that much.
I would hope. We'll see.
It's either it's gonna get worse or it's gonna get better.
Exactly.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
because summer doesn't officially start until June 21st, I think. That's the official like beginning of summer. Yep. So
I've been seeing all these stories about people who's like open too early and stuff like that, and it's just like not looking good. And
yeah, well, I don't know. I heard the malls and stuff are supposed to open.
Yeah.
Next week, I think.
Yeah, I think barbershops and salons could officially open like today or something. So
that's good to know. I mean, since the fact that we both have appointments to get our hair done.
I know.
Next month.
Girl, these roots.
I don't know. I'm not doing anything to my roots. I'm just gonna get my hair cut.
I'm trying to get my whole hair like retouched up because look at it.
Well, my thing is, I don't know, the gray that you get, I feel like washes out immediately and your hair be brown.
Yeah.
But the green stays.
Yeah, the green's still there, but it it's looking like trash now. Which I have some like gray and green hair dye to like refresh it. I don't know. I just haven't done it just because like.
Why don't you just dye the whole thing green?
Because I like the gray.
But the gray doesn't keep up.
I just really like how the gray looks, and the thing is, like, if I have to like find another job or something like that, the gray looks better than me going in with a full head of green
hair.
Yeah. So, and especially in like the kind of
job
that I have, people will judge me for green hair. So I'd rather
do the whole thing gray, because I feel like it'd be easier to keep up because you could get just like gray conditioner and stuff.
Yeah,
and you just slap that over the whole head.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna ask Linda, and I'm gonna be like, "What do you think?" Because it's her, she's the one who has to strip it. So she's a professional, and I gotta ask her what she can do. So my hair has not survived this long with all these bleach-ins if it weren't for her.
Yeah, that's why I'm not gonna get mine touched up, because my hair just it likes the color. Like I get a lot of compliments on this color, but it does not like this bleach.
Yeah, same. I don't think any hair likes bleach, but
no. But there's some people who I'm like, oh, like they keep their hair blonde or whatever, and it looks fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that, and then the fact that my hair is curly, and so it's already like more fragile. It's like, girl, can we stop? Like I'm getting a lot of like breakage on the ends and stuff. That's why I want to get it cut.
Oh.
But I'm gonna cause my hair is pretty long right now, so.
Yeah.
It's going to be a significant difference when I get it cut. But I'm not going to get it cut like as short as I usually get it. Like, I don't know, just up to my shoulders or something. Because really, my hair is like, at my shoulder blades.
Yeah. Ooh, girl.
I don't know. I can't clear. I don't know. My hair doesn't want to clear my shoulder blades. It just kind of gets to the middle of those, and then it stops growing for some reason.
You gotta massage your scalp upside down. Like.
I have that massager thing, and I brought it in my room so that I could do it, because I had it in the shower, because it's a shampooer, brush, too. Mm-hmm. But I keep forgetting to do it. Maybe I'll do it tonight. We were supposed to do face masks. I have that on here, and I meant to remind you.
Dang, I forgot.
I meant to remind you, because it's at the top of my notes for today's notes. Face mask.
Face mask next week. For those of you who are wearing
keep
face
pushing
masks.
it.
So
we'll keep pushing it. Face mask Friday will happen one day.
It will. We'll be aligned. The stars will align. We'll post on Facebook. On Instagram the night before.
Yeah. Maybe that'll help. If we post the night before, we'll talk about it, so we'll already have the stuff ready.
Exactly. So, hoping that is a solution to our dilemma right now. Like I said, I am going to become a California raisin if I do not get this face mask on my...
You need some moisture.
Exactly. So...
All right, so this week's episode. So this week, I looked up the 27 Club. You heard of it?
Nope. I am intrigued.
You haven't heard of the 27 Club? Mm-hmm. All right, so pretty much, it's not a real club. Mm-hmm. It's just something that people talk about. Every time, unfortunately, a person dies at a young age. So really, the 27 Club is composed of
the
musicians and artists, and actors who die at the age of 27. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of famous people on there, which that's what my notes pretty much comprised of, like the different people, because they all die from different things, but a lot of them have to do with pretty much their lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of drugs and alcohol abuse, transportation related accidents like car crashes and things, suicide and homicide.
Oh.
So yeah, there's a lot of famous, because everybody on here is famous, but a lot of musicians, and then there's also artists and actors in this group as well.
Oh, tell me more.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you about everybody, because on Wikipedia they have a butt load of people who are listed on there.
Oh, wow.
A lot of them I had never heard the names. I just kind of skimmed through, roll through it.
But are they supposed to be people who had a significant change in our culture or our whatchamacallit, music industry? Not really. Shit like that?
They just have to mainly be someone who I guess stood out as an artist and tragically died at 27. When I was researching it, they talk a lot about the fact that this is not real. Like, there's nothing, because a lot of people think there's something ominous and mystical about this, like these artists dying at such a young age. But scientists who've looked into this pretty much said it's, statistically speaking, people who are like say musicians, they have a higher death rate than someone of the same age and ethnicity and economical background that isn't, because all these other factors are pushed into them. You know, the alcohol and drugs and all of that.
It's easier for them to get it.
Yeah. But so pretty much there's a lot of people from before, but like the main like starting point, I guess, that I found was there's this blues legend called named Robert Johnson.
Yes.
And the issue is with him, nobody really knows how he died. He's a famous blues musician. Some people, I guess there's like this, like the lore around him that states that I guess that he sold his soul to the devil and the devil collected. And then there's another one that says that he pretty much flirted with the wrong woman and then her husband or whoever poisoned him. So I also saw that maybe he died of syphilis, blah, 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 blah. There's a whole bunch of things nobody knows. He just died at the age of 27.
Well, I actually know a little bit about this one because there is a really good Netflix documentary about him.
Okay.
And I think it's called the Devil at the Crossroads or something like that. But anyway, I do know that they were saying that he ended up finding this other like musician, and him and this musician used to practice at the graveyard together at night. So people would come out and be like, these two people are practicing their guitars
music
or their blues in the cemetery, in the graveyard. And you know, people are, and the other guy was telling him that if you work hard, the spirits help you achieve your goal. So I guess that's where like the lore kind of came from too. So I can see why some people think that he sold his soul to the devil, because like, you know, you see someone practicing at the graveyard over here making
Chilling.
songs like the hounds at my, what was it called, the hounds at hold on, let me look it up. We have all this technology.
Yeah, because I'm like, I didn't look up the names of his songs. Because I'm like, there's some that are listed.
What was his name?
Like Crossroad Blues and Terraplane Blues and Love in Vain, whatever. His name is Robert Johnson.
Robert Johnson. It is a Hounds. Yeah, I think it was called like Hellhounds. Hellhounds on My Trail. And so a lot of his songs have a lot of very occulty themes happening in there. But then we also gotta like remember, this is back in the day, like slavery was just kind of like ending, and how did people
just
barely, right? So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like people used to do these kind of things because how else were they gonna get back at the white man, pretty much. Yeah, so it's like, it's a lot of the stuff that just came from their culture, and it's one of those things where we don't know. Did he sell the soul to the devil? We don't know. Did he just work really hard as a strong black man trying to make it big in the world? Probably not, because he's black. But but I don't know. Like I've told you,
because I mean, at that time, like, it's difficult to make it big. I feel like he's one of those people where his influences came down the line.
100.
At the time, it probably was like small, like he's a local artist, and then later down the road, more people picked up on him. Yeah,
no, really good documentary. If you guys have a chance to watch it. Top notch stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, so the next person on the list is Brian Jones, who is a member of the Rolling Stones. His death is also one of the ones that's iffy, because I think they found him dead in a swimming pool.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
The demons.
There are several on here, and I think it adds to the lore of the 27 Club, because there are several on here where they're either conspiracy theories or people don't really know. They just know that they turned up dead. The list goes on and on. We also have Jimi Hendrix, who he died. So the issue is, apparently he had a bad habit where one of his friends quoted that Jimmy would just take a handful of shit without knowing what it was.
Oh, no way.
And so he took a sleeping pill, a barbiturate.
Yeah.
But they say he could have taken like 8 or 9 of them.
Yeah.
He just like a handful. When really they were saying the kind that it is, you could have just took a half and been fine. And then on top of that, he'd also been drinking. And then, so his cause of death, I think, ultimately ended up being like asphyxiation while intoxicated on barbiturates. That's what it is.
That's some hardcore shit. Fuck.
Yeah. It's a lot of these are rough because, you know, it's musicians, they're taking drugs and stuff. They're rough. Okay, so the next one, Janis Joplin, she died of a heroin overdose. And then I have to note that Brian Jones, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and Jim Morrison, who I haven't gotten to yet, all die at 27 between the years of 1969 and 1971. So they all died like
Around
in a
the same
short
time.
amount of time around each other. Yeah.
Fuck.
But I think she was recording, went home, bust out her heroin kit, took some heroin, walked out to the cigarette vending machine, picked up some cigarettes, went back, and then just like passed out, hit her head on the table, and OD'd. Yeah.
That's crazy.
They found her the next day.
And it's like,
Yeah, so
she
it's
had
like-
no plan to die. Like, listen to the
Yeah,
stuff
she
they're
just was
saying.
thinking, I'm just gonna take my regular heroin dose that I usually take, and
That's fucking crazy.
yeah, they found her the next day.
Fuck.
And then next there's Jim Morrison. So Jim Morrison is one of those ones where there's like this whole like conspiracy theory thing
Tell me.
where, because I think there wasn't an autopsy done on him.
No autopsy.
Yeah, they just like buried him. So a lot of people think that he didn't die and that he just quit, pretty much. Quit being Jim Morrison.
So,
Just
like,
moved on.
kind of like the Tupac thing where he's
Yeah.
still out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I didn't look up too much of that because I like just from prior knowledge knew that was a thing. But yeah.
My question is why? Why do you give up your years of fortune and
Yeah.
fame to just bounce
Well, the
on
thing
out of there?
is, he had gotten a lot of fame, and then he got more. Because remember, a lot of these musicians become more valuable after they've passed.
That is true.
So he could die, you know, quotation mark, die, and then still have a lot of money to his name and still be able to live totally fine. But yeah, he died at the age of 27.
Fuck.
I can't remember what it was from though. Oh yeah, they don't know because of
There was no autopsy.
the non-autopsy. Yeah, he just did. The interesting thing about these things are nobody coined like this idea of the 27 Club until after Kurt Cobain's death in 94. Yeah, but there's like a whole bunch of people, and there's a whole bunch of people in between, like Morrison and Cobain. Like,
Really?
yeah, let me look up. Okay, so they have Ron Pigpen McKernan, who was a founding member of the Grateful Dead.
Wow.
He died of, I think it was alcohol poisoning. No, his liver because he had started drinking as like a kid.
Oh, as a child?
Yeah, been drinking since he was a kid, so his system was wrecked. All right, another person we have is Peter Ham of a band called Badfinger, which was signed to the Beatles. They had their own label in the 60s. He committed suicide, and unfortunately, his had like a few days before his 28th birthday. And then his had like kind of like a spiraling effect because he had, right before he done it, I think had hung out with a friend and had like kind of mentioned like, oh, I know a way out or something.
I know
and then
a way
hung
out of
himself. And then a few years later, that same friend who he had confided in did the same thing.
They both hung themselves? Do you think his ghost went like, bro, I told you the way out. Let's go.
You never know. You don't know what, because I feel like, I don't know, just from experience with being around someone who suffers with alcoholism, I feel like I I can't say from experience, but they feel like they see things or are greeted by people and whatnot. So who knows what he was seeing before that point.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, because pretty much they were saying that they went out drinking. And I guess they were talking about their problems. Then that's when he went home and did it.
That's crazy.
And they don't say anything about his friend, because the friend, it was way years later, so he was probably well over 27.
Yeah, no, that's true. But still, like, I feel like you tell your friend, I know a way out, you hang yourself, and then your friend has to live with that for years. Like, I feel like that takes a toll on your mental health, and maybe he just couldn't deal with it, and he's like, bro, I'm coming with you.
Yeah, that is definitely a possibility.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's also, I mean, this list doesn't just comprise of musicians. There's also artists. They have Jean-Michel Basquiat. He happened to be, I think, a protege of Andy Warhol.
Whoa, I didn't even know Warhol had a protege.
Yeah, but like if you see a picture of this guy, you'll be like, I've seen this dude before. He's a big artist. He dated Madonna. He appeared in a Blondie music video. Jay-Z references him a lot in music. He doing the drugs too, opioids and cocaine. Also passed at age 27.
Wow.
I know. I guess he did a lot of like graffiti, like artwork and stuff. There's another musician, Mia Zapata. Hers is really rough because it's homicide, and then they didn't find her killer until like the 2000s, because they found her dead in 1993.
Whoa.
She was beaten and assaulted and strangled.
Oh my god, that is traumatizing.
Yeah, now we're in the grunge era. So she was in a grunge band. I think they're called the Gits. Yeah, the Gits. And so other big grunge bands like Nirvana and Pearl Jam helped raise money for private investigators to find her murderer. And then, eventually they do, but it's, years later.
Fuck. And do you know who killed her?
I didn't write down what his name was, but I know they caught him.
Wow, that's crazy.
Years later.
I wonder if that was like his only like kill, or if she was like part of a series. You know me and serial killers. Like I just.
Yeah, I don't think he was a serial killer. I think he just, I don't know. He probably was following her. She was a up and coming grunge musician.
What was her name again?
Mia Zapata.
Mia Zapata. Wow. Fuck.
Oh, it says her killer's name was, it went unsolved for a decade.
Whew. And
her killer's name was Jesus Mesquia.
Damn.
So next on our list is Kurt Cobain. And so that's his is also one of the ones, I don't know if it's like a big thing on the internet or not, because I never like looked it up, but just from personal knowledge from people that I've known, I know there's the whole conspiracy theory that he didn't commit suicide, that Courtney Love killed him and set it up to look like suicide because he was going to leave her or whatever. It is what it is. There is a suicide letter that was left behind, and he died of the gunshot to his head.
And I'm just saying, suicide letters can easily be forced, especially if there's a gun around.
None of us were there. We don't know. Then I think also the issue is, and part of where the name comes from, the 27 Club, is that I guess there was an interview with his mom.
Really?
And she said something about like he joined that like stupid club or something like that. But one person, like, people are saying that she didn't mean that because the 27 Club that wasn't a thing that anybody talked about. Like, it didn't have a name before. People started putting these lists together after him.
Oh, wow.
So she couldn't have been referencing that. What they're thinking is that he's had several other members of his family commit suicide, and that's what she meant of joining that club.
You see these three chins right here?
Stop it.
like how is she gonna say he joined that club? Like, I
But
don't know,
remember,
it's
this is
weird.
before they even have that name, the 27 Club. So she couldn't have been referencing that at all.
That's true, but I just think it's so weird to like call. These
I think
type
that's
of-
where the name comes from. I think because she made that statement, people threw that together, the 27 Club.
Yeah, no, that's true. She was onto something. It's just
Yeah.
I don't know. I just honestly, it's that lifestyle. You know what I mean? At 27, you're young, you're reckless, you feel like you're indestructible, especially if you're
When you're-
living that type of life where you have all this.
Yeah,
money.
you're being a rock star.
Yeah,
Yeah.
getting all that money, men, women throwing themselves at you. Like, life is good. You feel like you on top, and nothing's gonna slow you down. Little do you know, something's about to get you.
Something's gonna slow you down.
Exactly. So.
Yeah. And then there's another member, a woman named Kristen Pfaff. She happened to be a member of Courtney Love's band Hole.
Mm-hmm.
And she died a couple months later.
Mm.
Same age, 27. A couple months later, heroin overdose
See? Do you see what
in the bathtub.
Do you see the connection?
My thing
there?
is, what's up with people doing drugs and getting in the tub?
It's relaxing.
Because there's a few. There's a few. People OD in bodies of water often.
I don't know, man. I just think, like, is the drug supposed to relax them and they're going to take a relaxing bath with some eucalyptus oil and shit like that? I don't know.
Maybe. Remember, Whitney Houston, she had like I think she had like olive oil in her water. Because there was like what's it, like a pitcher? I don't know what they call it when there's like, whatever. She had like a pitcher or whatever, which I guess she was pouring the olive oil in the water.
Hey, if I were her, I'd be extra too. All right, this is take 3.
All right, so next we have actor Jonathan Brandis. He's most notable from being in Stephen King's It movie.
We were just talking about that shit.
We were, yeah. Yeah, but he was in like TV shows and soap operas and stuff. He's a child star. He was supposed to be in the movie called Heart's War in 2002, starring Bruce Willis and Colin Farrell. That was supposed to be his comeback, but the issue is they cut all of his scenes from the movie.
That's fucked up.
And then a year later, he committed suicide by hanging himself in his LA apartment. Yeah, I think they found him though, because it says he died later at the hospital. So
No way. So they were actually able to, like, they were actually trying to save him before
He died, yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
like, so somebody found him hanging himself and
I wonder if they
got him to the hospital.
I wonder if they did that because they knew, like, this shit was really gonna fuck him up. Like, he finally thought his life was gonna get, like, way better, and they just fucked him over.
Maybe he just didn't do good. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why people and scenes and things get cut from movies. His storyline could have not made sense with the way they edited it.
Yeah, that's true.
They could have been like, oh, just pull that out.
But still, that's some fucked up shit.
Yeah, it sucks. The next we have Amy Winehouse, which, side note, I chose this topic because, like, I randomly decided to listen to Amy Winehouse the other day. Yeah, because, no, her song, the first song I ever heard from her was You Know I'm No Good. And it's a good song, but it's about a girl who she's pretty much like trash in a relationship, and she knows she is because she keeps cheating on her boyfriend. And he's a really good boyfriend, and he knows that she's cheating on him, but he keeps just looking the other way about it. And she feels bad every time he sees the signs
Well, she should feel
that
bad.
she's been cheating on him. Yeah, but that's what the song is about. I really like this song. So Amy Winehouse died of alcohol poisoning. She pretty much drinking too much. She was drinking vodka. She was at home in 2011, and she also died at the age of 27. And then the last person I'm gonna talk about is Anton Yelchin. He was an actor. He's in a good chunk of movies and stuff. Like, I've seen him in stuff. He's In the Star Trek reboots as Chekhov, like he's in stuff like if you see him, you're like, oh, I've seen this guy. He died in a freak accident. His car pretty much crushed him against the wall.
It was a Jeep, right?
I don't remember what kind of car it was, but he was pinned against the wall, like a brick wall. He was in between the brick wall and his car.
What was this dude's name?
Anton Yelchin. Yeah, but he was also 27 years old.
Yep, he was driving.
I don't know, everything that I've seen him in was pretty good.
He was driving a 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Fuck.
I'm like, you will remember because Jeeps were like your thing that you really wanted back in the day.
No, Jeeps are still the thing that I want. My dream car is a 1992 forest green Jeep Wrangler. And the only reason why I do not buy that is because of the gas mileage. Like, that is the time where I have extra money to be spending on this gas for no reason. So sad. But yeah, that sucks. Yeah, because I know that that death probably is the main reason why people, like, one of the reasons why people believe in this, like, 27 club type of thing, because they're just, some of them, they're just some freak accidents, and it's all like, you know that there is some supernatural stuff going on, which...
Yeah, because it's like the ones where, like, the person was, like, you know, heavily doing drugs and drinking and stuff, those, it's like, it's believable. Like, you could see that. Like, oh, they were... Like, Amy Winehouse, we all saw how skinny she was looking. Like, she was looking rough towards the end from all the drinking. Like, if you look at her in some of her videos, like, you know I'm no good in rehab, and then you look at her, like, performing towards the end, like, her body weight, she looks completely different. Yeah. Completely different. But then, like, with Anton, the car... ran him over pretty much, smushed him.
Like, he was just doing the regular things that you and I would be doing. Granted, I don't need to get my Jeep Cherokee to go down my big ass fucking lawn
driveway
and go get my mail, but you know, it's some shit, you know.
Maybe he was on his way out. And he's like, oh, let me jump out and get the mail real quick.
Maybe, but it's just like just so weird. Like, you know, he put that shit on Park, like, or neutral. I would hope Park.
Who knows?
It's just like, it's just so crazy.
It didn't work either way.
I suck. So young.
Yeah, but then you got, like, you know, Jim Morrison, where they didn't do the autopsy, so people don't even know what his cause of death is. And then
he out there in Guadalajara somewhere, just living life up.
I think I want to say people think he lives in Paris. Oh. Like, chilling over there. I don't know. And then you got, you know, Robert Johnson, who people think the devil came and swooped him up. That's true. Who knows? Who knows?
Dang. That's crazy.
But yeah, that is the end of what I've looked up this week.
Damn.
There's a whole bunch of people. Like, I skipped a lot because there are a lot of people. There are a lot of other big names and stuff too, from other bands and things like that too, but it's just too many. So I was like, let me just roll through a few more notable ones, or well, ones that I knew of at least. But yep, that is that about that.
Shit. Thanks for throwing me on a fucking loop right there. Oof. That was good.
Well, okay, we just spent what? You do mostly true crime, so you can't be looking at me funny. I didn't go into specifics about nothing. You doing true crime, talking about people being tied up, people putting people inside of people's safes and things.
Life be crazy. It be like that sometimes.
Don't point the finger at me.
Oh man, but yeah. Well, good thing we wrap it up now because there are fireworks going crazy. Like, usually we have like a few fireworks here and there, but no, like, I feel like right now they know, like, it's Friday. Ain't no
girl, no. Last night, poor Caligula, we was chilling in the living room like I had told you, and the door, like, our front door was open where we have, like, you know, the bar door, and then the door that leads to our balcony was open. So there's a breeze in because it's been kind of warm lately, and they're so loud, and then whoever's doing it have to be like right out on the street, like on my block. It was so loud. Every time Caligula like jumped,
Oh, poor
he was
kid.
like, "What is that? We are under fire." And I'm like, "Calm down, I got you. We are not." All right, so I'm picking this week's Oracle card. Didn't you buy some new Oracle cards?
I didn't buy an Oracle card. I bought another deck
Tarot
of tarot
cards?
cards. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
which are really
Yeah.
cute. I think it's called the Cosmic Cunt. Hold on,
Cosmic
give me
Cunt.
a second.
That's what they're
Edit
called.
that because I had this sound coming out of me. Please edit all that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Say it again. Go.
I bought this other tarot card deck called a Cosmic Cunt, and I really like it. Like, it has fucking probes, it has fucking little ray guns, it has fucking penises. It's amazing. I like it. It's cute, and I can't wait to use it. So excited.
Cosmic
And they're
Cunt.
aliens, so
Tarot
you know,
cards.
it's a
You know,
plus.
we love some aliens. All right, so this week's Oracle card is number 41. Forget who you are. Conditioning falls away. Memory no longer defines you. I'm just showing Hyra the card.
Ooh, she looks like she's
So-
eating business. Like, ooh.
Yeah, I mean, that eyeliner and the lashes, they say a lot.
Mhm.
So it says, you are discovering what you can. No, you are discovering what can happen when you rely less on conditioning, memory, civilization, and more on heart, receptivity, and nature. New friendships, connections, gentleness, and joy will be yours.
Damn. That's tough. Because for me, that just kind of sounds like the stuff that's going on in the world right now. With all the riots and stuff like that. Like, people are just trying to forget that conditioning where we don't say anything. And they're actually going out there trying to, like, fight for, you know, their justice and freedom. And, like, look at us. We're people, too. So, I'm seeing that happening. At the end, like you said, there's going to be... What'd you say was going to be at the end? At the end of this tunnel?
Light.
Light, kindness. Light, kindness, and what?
Oh, from here? It says new friendships, connections, gentleness, and joy.
And I feel like that's what's going to happen. I feel like once all this stuff goes down, we're going to be able to connect with other people on, like, on a different level. We're going to be able to actually live good, safe lives. And that's all pretty much what we want. Man, that gave me the shivvies. I can't believe that was our card today. Whew.
I get those all the time. I think it's the cosmic energy that Pisces hold. I have like the goosebumps all the time.
Ugh. Ugh, that's crazy. Well, you guys,
Yep.
thank you guys for listening to our episode. Honestly, for you guys who listen to us every week, thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts.
You are much appreciated. We do this for fun, but it's nice that other people like listening to at least some of the episodes sometimes
Yeah,
too.
thank you guys so much. Like I said, if you guys ever have anything you guys want us to look up, anything you guys are interested in, anything else you want us to add in maybe sometime, just go ahead and check us out on our Instagram, Item 9 Podcast. Also, if you don't know, we're also available on Apple, Spotify, and Google Play. So we're not just on SoundCloud now. So if you have
Any of those other accounts, you can listen to us on any of them.
just look up Item 9 Podcast and you should find us. And if you go on Instagram, usually on Fridays we'll post in like the new episode and there's a link. So go ahead and check us out on those new platforms.
Yep. Well, I'm Kim.
And I'm Hyra. And never forget that you're the bee's knees.
Item 9.
Bye guys.
Bye.
See you Friday.